Hey guys, here are OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the second generation iFans battery case for your iPhone 6. It's the second generation model which improves on the previous model that was released. It still retains the slim fit model, but it has some more rugged designs and accents going on. For example, the case has now been accented with aluminum on the surface, which means it has more of a rugged feel and a more durable build, which means it's going to be more resistant to any drops or any damage you might get on your phone. It also is crafted out of a soft touch rubber material, which makes it easier to grip than the predecessor. The battery capacity has also been amped. Now we have a 3,500 milliamp hour capacity, which improves on the battery life and the performance, which means that we can get a bit more hours of juice in terms of talk time, video, and also web browsing on this model than we could on the predecessor. The device also takes about 2 hours to fully charge, which is the same as before, which is pretty impressive considering the built-in battery has been enlarged, and it still fits in using the same method and by connecting to the Lightning pin adapter. On the back, there's some more information about the unit itself, including the built-in lithium-ion battery, the weight, which is 161 grams, so a bit heavier than the previous version, but still very slim. It includes a device, a USB power cable for charging the case, and also a user manual and an audio jack cable for the extension, which we'll discuss in a moment. There's a QR code on the bottom to learn more information about the product, and the case retails for about $60 online at Amazon.com or from iFans.com, and it arrived in about 3 days after we ordered the device, so very fast. We'll have access again to those aforementioned components, including the battery case and the extension cables. First up, we have the micro USB cable, which is very generic and standard, and that powers your battery case when it's out of juice. And there's also a gold-plated extension cable for the audio jack. Essentially, because you plug in the iPhone onto the bottom here, it's going to get into the way of a headphone jack directly. So we plug in this extension cable to have to be plugged into your iPhone's audio jack, and then you can plug in a pair of 3.5mm headphones using the extension cable. So obviously that distracts a bit from the visual appeal of your iPhone, but at least it's a accessory that's included by the manufacturer in the packaging. Taking a closer look at the design of the case itself, as you can see here, it does feel a lot more premium than the previous version of the case did feel. There's actually a protective, there's a bit of a protective sheath on the back, which prevents any scratching from occurring on the aluminum metal. We're just going to peel that off. And you can see that the back is pretty transflective, and it's crafted out of soft rubber as well as aluminum. So it has a lot more of a premium, rugged feel than the previous generation really did. It feels also really nicely crafted in the hand, and overall it catches the light and it catches the eye, and I think that's a better visual, more visually striking and appealing than the previous version was. The case itself comes fully charged, so it comes with 4 grids, so you don't need to charge it the first time you use it, and there are 4 LED indicators, which means that whenever you lose 25% of battery, one LED indicator will go down. And it's a nice feature that's included. The sides of the device also features this nice gripping, this nice pattern on the sides, which makes it very easy to grip the phone in your hands when you have it placed in. And it really does accent the fact that the case itself is very slim for a battery case indeed. So on the right-hand edge, there's actually access for the power on and off switch. There is an accent on the top for a microphone hole. And on the other side, there's access for the volume controls, but they've been covered for extra durability and resistance to light rain and also to dust. So it is a bit more premium, a bit more rugged than your previous version was. There's also a mute switch that you can press on the sides there. And finally on the bottom, there's a micro USB tip for charging and the aforementioned audio extension. Fans of the rugged and very slim portfolio of this particular case, we think it's nicely designed, it's elegant, and it's quite beautiful. This is a 2-stage case, which means to put the iPhone inside, we have to first remove the bumper, and there is a nice, interesting way to do that. You have these 2 clips on the sides, which you remove on both sides of the iPhone case. And after these sides have been removed, you can then take off the top soft touch rubber material and then slide in your iPhone all the way down. There's holes on the sides where there's this pivot on the side which keeps your iPhone to place after it's been inserted inside, and when you're done with that, you simply put it back on and the iPhone will stay in place. A quick example of how the phone would look if it was inserted inside. We have a dummy replica in here. You can see that it stretches on the entire dimension of the phone's case. It adds a fair amount of bulk to the phone just because there is a bit of an extra chin on the bottom, but overall it still is very manageable. We like how the sides are bezeled, so it makes it easier to grip using your hands on the center. We're going to be naturally naturally holding the phone, and on the outside, it gets a little bit wider to accommodate the battery inside. So it's a very clever design from the manufacturer that's been thought out in terms of ergonomics, which is always pleasing. The back still has access to the camera grille, and on the front, there's still access to two speaker grills for you to have the audio come out in front of you. So it takes the audio and the volume and makes it front facing, which is always nice because the original iPhone had the volume ports on the sides, or on the bottom here, so it actually improves the audio quality. Overall, we're definitely fans of the design, and we think that it's pleasing to the eye compared to the original version here. I think that it has been improved on in terms of the general usability, the general design. It feels a lot more rugged, it feels more premium, the battery life and performance has been upped, and all in all, it's just a much more solid case. And for those reasons, we think that even if you are a current owner of the first generation case here, it's a nice idea to upgrade to this if you do want to protect your case and your iPhone even more, but you still want the slimness of the original case, and also adds a bit more of a premium build quality to the original, which was made out of plastic. Overall, a pretty good case, a very nice effort, and you can check out our full review of this product on our website. Thanks for watching this video first look here at OS Reviews. This has been the iFans battery case, the Slim Fit battery case Generation 2.